For better or for worse. Interior, Le Georgette Restaurant, dining room, day. Scene opens on a French cafe decorated with modern French antiques. A counter separates kitchen and dining area. Edith, a middle-aged looking 20-year-old with a self-inflicted haircut, preps the dining area. She arranges chairs, wipes down tables. She looks like a security guard. She lightens up when she sees Peter, 23, an average backpack-wearing white guy, enter.
Peter, you came to see me. That's so sweet.
She goes to kiss him, but he avoids the kiss.
I'm leaving.
You just got here.
He slams a set of keys on the counter.
I'm moving out.
What? Why? What's going on?
I don't know if you remember, but, we broke up 2 months ago.
We patched things up.
Wrong. You were supposed to move out. You didn't, so I'm moving out.
He's annoyed because she missed a spot on the table. He takes the cloth from her and wipes the table.
Are you seeing someone else?
He tosses the cloth back at her.
Really? Grow up. There's no one else and you know it. It's you. I can't be with you anymore. I can't live my life this way.
What way?
You're a mess. Your life's a mess. Our house is a mess.
He takes the cloth back from her and cleans another spot on another table.
I didn't get to that table yet.
You don't drive, you don't cook. You work under the table, you don't even have a cell phone. Edith, a cell phone.
Fine, I'll get a cell phone, but don't leave.
You're a waitress.
What's wrong with that?
People treat you like a waitress and you hate it, and yet you stay here.
I applied to 2 different jobs already. What more do you want?
It was a month ago. I gotta go.
Peter.
You don't even open your mail.
Peter exits as Annabelle, 85, a gray-haired elder, enters with the help of a walker. Edith is about to run after Peter, but stops to help Annabelle inside.
He'll come back. The crepes here are delicious. See, I told you he'd come back.
Edith lightens up. Peter opens the door and throws the cloth back at Edith. It lands on her face, and he leaves.
Okay, he'll call you.
I don't have a phone.
Interior, Le Georgette Restaurant, kitchen, later. Edith puts the money from her register inside the safe, takes her apron off, looks at the front door, and sighs. Jane, Indian, 25, a self-involved hipster, stands alongside her fiancé, Phil, 27, African-American, and an overly positive sort.
Bye, babe. Have a good shift.
He kisses her on the cheek. Jane stands still like a punished child. Brad, 29, unkempt yet physically fit, with a demeanor that screams, "I don't wear underwear," steps out from behind Phil and kisses Jane on the cheek.
Have a great shift, Jane. Namaste.
Jane sighs. He gives her shoulders a friendly squeeze.
Can I talk to you for a second? Alone?
Oh, that's okay. I'm not listening.
Jane rolls her eyes.
Phil, outside.
Jane and Phil traipse outside. Brad remains stationary. He looks at Edith.
Hi, I'm their friend Brad.
I'm Edith.
Namaste.
Mike, 27, a kindly, imposing yet easily embarrassed man with brown hair and an olive complexion, wearing a medical scrubs, enters.
Hi, I'm Brad.
Mike looks around, unsure of what to do.
Hi, I'm Mike.
This is Edith. Namaste.
Mike and Edith nod at each other.
I just came in to get coffee.
Edith and Mike are in each other's way. They try to avoid each other, making a sort of dance. He takes her by the shoulders, moves her to one side, and passes her on the other.
Doctor.
She then walks away and wonders why she called him doctor. Exterior, Le Georgette sidewalk moments later. Jane leads Phil to the edge of the sidewalk.
Brad has to leave.
Come on, Jane. Not again.
Yes, again, he has to leave.
We invited him to stay with us. We can't kick him out.
It was temporary, Phil. Temporary. It's been over 6 months.
Where's he going to go?
Has he looked for a place to live? Has he looked for a job? No, not our problem.
He's getting ready to study yoga professionally. You know that.
I also know that we live in a 1-bedroom.
He's my best friend.
I'm your fiancé.
Phil backpedals.
I know what you mean.
We're getting married. I don't want to start my married life with your pal chanting Kumbaya on my couch. Besides, our neighbor, who I should remind you is a cop, keeps complaining about him. So tell him to get the fuck out and let's move on with our lives.
Jane walks back into the restaurant. Phil gently kicks the traffic light pole and actually hurts his foot. Exterior, Edith's front door, continuous. Edith tries to get the jammed mail out of her mailbox, fights the mailbox, and pulls herself together. She grabs the mail from the ground and heads up the outside stairs. Exterior, Edith's yard, afternoon. Edith crosses the yard of a large craftsman's house and heads to her apartment located above the garage. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, night. The 2-bedroom is bare. She falls on the futon and stares at the empty TV stand. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, morning. Still on the sofa and still in the previous day's clothes, Edith awakens. A crumpled letter next to her catches her attention. She opens it.
Deportation hearing?
She grabs her bag, her jacket, and rushes out and then back in. Interior bathroom, moments later. She splashes water on her face, squeezes toothpaste in her mouth, and runs out. Exterior, Amtrak train, morning. Edith grabs a seat. She puts her feet on the back of the seat in front of her, but as soon as someone walks by, she promptly removes them. She looks at her letter. Exterior, Amtrak station, morning. Edith gets out of the train and starts walking. Exterior, suburban street, later. Edith passes a faded sign, Welcome to Loma Prieta. Population 30. Exterior, the Smith's property, later. Edith enters the dirt road of an abandoned-looking compound. All the trees have died or have grown out of proportion. Old garden tools lay around, and the place is dried up and messy. Interior, the Smith's house, moments later. Edith enters the house via the closed-in porch where her father, Mr. Walter Smith, 75, an imposing man with gray hair and a wiry beard, sleeps on his rocking chair. A yellow line divides the house into two parts.
Hi, Dad. Where's Mom?
Oh, hi, Rebecca.
It's Edith.
All right. How are you, honey?
I need to talk to you both.
Wife, Tanya's here.
It's me, Mom. Edith.
Susan, is that you?
It's Edith! Kitchen!
Interior, the Smith's house, kitchen, moments later. Mrs. Penny Smith, 70, a flighty sort with a gray mane, tattered old clothes, stays on her side of the kitchen with the sink and faucet. Mr. Smith remains on the side with the fridge.
What's this?
I'm tired of cleaning after your father.
So you split the house in two. Who paints a line on the floors?
And on the walls. It's also on the walls. She's been watching too many sitcoms.
He's too cheap to pay for a divorce.
Okay, enough. I don't have time. Am I an American citizen?
Mr. Smith is now eating a yogurt.
You are a citizen of the world.
Please tell me you filed for a birth certificate when I was born.
Of course not.
Jesus.
Amen.
No, not Jesus like that. Jesus like Jesus!
Don't speak of Jesus that way.
You were born right here at home.
But then, you registered my birth somewhere.
Why? I knew you were born.
You know we didn't believe in the government interfering in our lives.
But
It's a useless piece of paper.
Your sister Rebecca has a birth certificate, and it didn't do anything for her.
how come she gets to have one?
She was the firstborn. We didn't know any better.
We gave you a gift. We raised you 100% off the grid.
I'm getting deported.
What are you talking about?
She hands the letter.
Because of this whole, let's not give our kids a birth certificate and let's live like recluses, some people think I'm illegal in this country and they want me gone.
That makes no sense.
I have a court date.
How did they even find out about you?
I don't know. Job applications, I guess.
What did you do that for?
I need to work.
You might as well pack your suitcases now. Never ever fill out job applications.
Interior, INS office, waiting area, day. The trio walk through a metal detector and takes a seat. Edith sees others take numbers, so she also gets a number. Pictures of Trump cover the walls.
I can't believe you dragged me here. These government people are corrupt. I shouldn't be here.
Shut up, Walter.
C-13.
Edith and her parents approach Agent James, 66, a blasé employee who is dying for her next cigarette break, sits behind a thick glass window.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Smith. This is my husband, Mr. Smith, our daughter, Edith Smith.
I received this letter. There has to be a mistake.
Edith slips the letter under the window slot.
I was born here. These are my American-born parents.
Where are they going to deport her to anyway? I mean, this makes no sense at all.
You're born in this country?
Yes,
What about your parents?
they were born here too.
And their parents?
Well, Granddad was born in Michigan, and Grandma was born to missionaries in Mexico, I think.
Great, Mexico it is. It's the default destination anyway.
But I was born here.
In our kitchen.
While I was napping.
The hearing is in 2 weeks. Take it up to the judge.
The agent folds the letter and slips it back under the slot. Exterior, the Smith's house, continuous. They stand in front of the house.
Okay, bye now.
You can always stay with us.
I know. Thanks.
I want to give you something. Wait here.
Edith and her father just stand there. Mrs. Smith rushes inside and comes back with the doll.
You might need Betty.
Thanks, Mom.
Mrs. Smith also tries to covertly hand her daughter some cash.
And here, take this.
Where did you get all that cash? That's a lot of cash, wife.
It's just one card. Use it wisely.
Edith leaves. Her parents bicker about the credit card. Exterior, Edith Street, day. Edith walks home and sees a family of 4 being escorted by ICE to police cars. She overhears neighbors talk.
They're illegal. You think you know people and then they turn out to be illegals. I mean, what a world.
That's too bad. They were nice. Interior, Edith's apartment, moments later. Edith, panicked, enters, locks the door, and shuts the blinds. Interior, Edith's apartment, bedroom, later. Edith scrolls through her neighbor's Wi-Fi options to find an open connection. When she has one, she searches what to do when you are illegal in America.
An attorney?
Interior, attorney's office, day. Edith sits across a thick table in front of Stephen Swinton, a short, thick, 70-year-old white attorney.
Before we get started, I need payment. It's $150.
Sure, of course.
Edith hands him cash.
So, what brings you here today? Receipt?
No thanks. I received this letter and
Edith hands him the letter. He scans through it.
I was born in California at my parents' house, but I don't have a birth certificate. My parents never registered my birth. They don't believe in that sort of thing.
Where did you go to school?
I was homeschooled.
Yikes. Okay, this is no problem at all. Easy peasy. Do you have a Facebook account?
I don't know.
Oh, that's no good. Without a Facebook account, you might as well be dead. It's going to be really difficult to prove you exist.
I can always open one.
No, please don't. That'll be suicide.
What can I do to stay here?
Well, you could prove that you weren't born in any other country. Just ask other countries to issue a birth certificate, and when they don't come through, that'll prove you weren't born there. So by default, it'll mean you were born here, because you have to be born somewhere. Am I right or am I right?
But I was born here, and I don't have a birth certificate from here.
Listen, this is a highly unusual case for me.
What do I do?
Do you wish to discuss a green card application, perhaps?
Sure.
That's $250. You owe me $100.
She hands him an extra 100.
Receipt?
No.
For a green card, you need someone to sponsor you. That person can be a spouse or an employer. Do you work?
I'm a waitress.
You need to show extraordinary abilities. Are you an extraordinary waitress?
I'm alright.
You need to be extraordinary.
Ugh, that doesn't leave me much choice.
Not really.
Thank you.
You can always get married. But as a lawyer, I didn't suggest that at all.
She gets ready to exit.
Right. Do you know where they're going to send me?
Mexico. They send everybody to Mexico. That's the default destination.
Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, dining room, day. Jane clears a table and walks back to the counter. Edith is in a daze behind the counter, spinning a pen on her thumb.
Everything's ready. I have the hotel suite, the priest, the minivan. We're all good to go. How's everything coming along for the bachelorette party? Edith? Edith!
Oh, yes. Sorry.
You're not listening to a word I'm saying.
I'm sorry, I have a lot on my mind.
You have a law on your mind? I'm getting married in a few days. So please, is everything set for the bachelorette party?
Yes. I made dinner reservations and got movie tickets.
Movie tickets?
Dinner and a movie. The Avengers.
I'm not going to see the Avengers for my bachelorette party.
We can go see something else.
I'm not going to the movies for my bachelorette party. It's not like I'm married already.
You know, Jane, I was thinking, I'm dealing with a lot right now, and I've never been a maid of honor. And we don't know each other all that well, really. Clearly, I'm in way over my head here, and
What are you saying?
maybe you'd like someone else to be your maid of honor?
I already told you that my sister isn't going to do it. Neither is my cousin nor my middle school best friend.
I have so much on my mind. I'm getting deported, and I don't know what to do.
Well, I'm getting married, Edith. Married! It's my big day. My one and only big day. You can get deported any day of the year, but I only get one wedding day.
Jane starts crying.
I can't believe you're doing to this. I can't believe you're doing this to me right now. Way to kick me when I'm down.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'll do it. I was just asking, I'll do it.
Oh, good. So glad you're still on board. Why are you getting deported all of a sudden? You're not American?
Apparently not.
OMG. Could I not be American and not know it?
Could we keep this about me for a moment?
I know plenty of people who are illegal in this country. It's not that big of a deal.
Interior, La Georgette restaurant, dining room, later. Annabelle hands Edith her walker and heads to her table.
Don't forget this when you leave.
Your boyfriend come back?
Edith shakes her head no.
His loss.
Who's gonna be manager when you're gone?
Edith looks at Jane with question marks in her eyes.
I'm sorry. That was not the right thing to ask. Wedding brain, not thinking straight.
How did you guys decide to get married, by the way?
Oh, I told him, Phil, we're getting married. And he was like, okay.
That's it?
Well, I have health insurance and flu season is right around the corner. And he loves me, and I love him.
So, you'd say having health insurance is important in order to get married?
Crucial. OMG. Edith, you should get married.
Edith doesn't dismiss the suggestion outright.
Ask Angelo. He'll marry you.
Isn't he married already?
To a man? For sure, he can still marry a woman.
Interior, Marla dating agency, day. Marla, 51, thick layers of makeup, tight clothes, vapes behind a messy desk. Edith enters.
I need a husband.
You've come to the right place. What exactly are you looking for in a man? Height, girth, quiet?
I want him to be American, mostly.
Are you Russian by any chance? Since Trump, everybody wants a Russian. They're in hot demand.
No, I'm from here.
You know what? I have the perfect guy for you. I've only met his parents, but they tell me he's in a hurry to get married. I'll set you up in a meet and greet.
Wonderful.
Exterior bungalow, afternoon. Edith holds Marla's note and rings the doorbell. Interior bungalow, living room, moments later. The living room is colorful, with rugs on the floor and the furniture wrapped in plastic. Statues of Indian gods sit on the mantel. Mr. and Mrs. Prasad, an Indian couple, mid-50s, sit in front of Edith. Next to them, a large group of relatives. They all stare at Edith. They talk amongst themselves in Hindi. Edith is lost, so she smiles, and because she smiles, they smile.
Marla sent me from the agency.
Yes, Marla, very good.
Is Rajad here?
Members of the family talk amongst themselves. It sounds like they are negotiating. Some agree, some don't.
We agree. We want you to marry Rajad.
Great! That's fantastic.
They all hug and kiss her.
Let's go get our license at City Hall in the morning. We can have the ceremony there, if that's okay with you. Or over here. Either way, I'm flexible. How's tomorrow for you guys?
Tomorrow?
Too soon? Rajad's not available tomorrow.
Rajad is in Bombay.
He needs to get here ASAP so we can get married.
Rajad cannot travel.
Why not?
He needs a visa to come here.
I need a visa to be here.
You're not American?
Yes, well, no, not really.
What the fuck?
Interior street, moments later. Edith is thrown out of the bungalow. Her purse follows. Interior hotel conference hall, evening. Edith, dressed to the hilt, sits down for the start of a speed dating event. Each time the bell rings, the men move one table over as the women stay put. Speed dater number 1, mid-40s, waspy, very confident.
Would you like to get married?
No.
Why not?
I'm already married.
Why are you here then?
I miss rejection.
Speed dater 2, 57, looks like a 5th grader.
I'm only 57. I'm not ready to commit yet.
Speed dater 3, Brooks Brothers suit on, hopeful, pious.
What I look for in a woman, someone who loves the same music I love, who cleans the way I love, who cooks the food I love, who knows her place, who makes good money, who doesn't lie, who believes in good values, who listens. Someone who has a big apartment in the city, preferably in the marina, but could be marina adjacent.
Berkeley?
Are you even kidding me right now?
He gets up and waits for the bell to ring. Speed dater number 4, cheap suit, slick hair, on cocaine.
For a green card, I charge 10 grand. 5 before the interview, 5 after. That includes 20 wedding photos, 15 various romantic pictures around town. 5 of them of us kissing, no tongue. If you want me to do the accent, charge or change my haircut, that's another extra 50. And for an extra 20, I bring my tux.
Great. Let's do it.
Meet me in the alley behind this bar around 6 a.m. Bring cash.
Interior strip club, moments later. Edith, Jane, and some of Jane's friends walk into a dirty dive bar-like strip club.
Ooh, here we are. What's up, baby? Show me some penises.
She looks at a man on stage, hides her face, and rushes out.
What's wrong?
That's my neighbor.
Interior strip club number 2 moments later. They walk in and right out of a gentleman's club.
That's my butcher. Ugh!
Interior strip club number 3 moments later. They walk in the upscale joint as the performer is announced.
Please give a warm welcome for Big Dick Don.
They walk right out.
That's my life coach. He's the one who told me to get married in the first place.
You know a lot of people.
So gross.
Well, Big Dick Don can't be wrong about everything.
I'm going home. I'll just look at Phil's penis.
Ew.
What? At least it's clean.
Interior, Edith's apartment, bedroom, morning. Edith is pulling money from hiding places in her house, under the bed, behind a frame. She gathers $5,000 in a brown paper bag. She hesitates. After thinking on it, she takes a deep breath, closes the bag, puts her hoodie on, and heads out. Exterior, an empty alley, later. Edith arrives in the empty alley where speed dater number 4 awaits. He looks nervously around and is very abrupt with her.
You have the money?
She hands him the bag. He rifles through it.
Yes, it's all here. So, how do we do this? Do we get our license now and get married tomorrow?
We're not gonna get married.
We should take pictures, plenty of them. We should take a few pictures today because I'm going to be gone until Monday. Wait, what did you say?
We're not getting married. But you're still getting fucked. I'm keeping the money.
But that's $5,000 and we agreed.
The speed dater now picks his nails with a sharp blade.
Our agreement has changed. I'm gonna leave with your money, and you're not going to try to do anything stupid. Okay? Good.
Edith nods, whimpering as he walks away. Exterior, streets, moments later. Edith watches a family move into the Garcia's home. Interior, Edith's house, living room, later. Edith is sloped over, demoralized. She sits on her futon and stares at the wall. She hears a car honking, gets up, looks out the window.
Oh, shit.
Jane hits the horn again. Edith yells out through the closed window.
All right. I'll be right there.
Edith gathers her clothes, stuffs them in a bag, and heads out. Interior, Jane and Phil's minivan, moments later. The van is already full. Phil is driving with Jane next to him. Brad is in the far back of the van along with 5 others in the wedding party. Edith sits by the window and goes to sleep. Brad is humming in the back of the car. Interior, wedding chapel, bar, moments later. Jane and Phil kiss. Their wedding party applauds. A Kathy Griffin impersonator, ordained minister, steps to the mic.
Congratulations to Jane and Phil. Give it up for them. We have another wedding starting in a few minutes, so we need you guys to leave.
Interior, casino bar, moments later. The wedding party celebrates. People are dancing. Jane and Phil are in the middle of the dance floor. Brad approaches the DJ and takes the mic.
May I have a DJ? Hold it, please.
What's he doing? He better not be making a toast.
A toast!
People applaud.
No. Toasts or not now. I said no toasts, especially from this fucker.
It's okay, Jane, I got this.
Phil, do something.
Phil gestures to stop.
We are here today to celebrate the marriage between 2 wonderful souls. 2 amazing human beings that I am proud to call my
Oh,
roommates.
for fuck's sake.
Jane is furious. Time passes. Brad is still hogging the mic.
And now I would like to sing a song in honor of Phil and Jane.
Do something.
All right, Brad. Thank you.
Phil talks to the DJ, who cuts Brad off.
Thank you, Brad.
Interior, casino hallway, moments later. Phil is waiting. Jane is pacing the hallway back and forth.
He ruined our wedding, Phil. He ruined it.
Okay, he's not the best singer in the world. I'll give it that.
I don't know if I can do this, Phil.
What are you talking about?
This! What else are you going to let him ruin before you do something?
She storms to the bathroom. Brad enters.
What the fuck, Brad? What was that?
It was an homage.
Jane is really upset.
She'll get over it. It was fun.
Hey, it's my wife you're talking about.
Right, your wife will get over it.
Brad, you have to move out.
Brad stares at Phil. Phil continues.
Look, we've been nice. We've been patient. We've let you stay with us, but now you've got to go.
Where? Where do you want me to go?
It's not my problem, but you have to go.
But you said I could stay with you guys. You can't just change your mind like that. Not now.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry that you're sorry, but I'm not going anywhere.
But you can't just...
You're the one who told me I could live with you. It was you, Phil. You're the reason I'm here. So unless you find me some alternative arrangements, I'm not going anywhere.
Jane comes out of the bathroom and sees Brad walk away. Phil is stunned.
Can't believe the guts on that guy. He said if we find him in alternative housing, he'll move out. Can you believe that?
Really? Well, that's fucked.
Edith stumbles in the hallway. She's carrying a tray of shot glasses and a tequila bottle.
Jane, congratulations. I wish you and Phil all the happiness in the world, and in case I never see you again, lots of love to your wonderful, amazing future kids. Oh, man, I just turned this wedding into a farewell party.
What are you talking about?
I'm leaving. I don't want to give them the satisfaction of deporting me, so I'm leaving. I'd rather leave this country like a queen.
I thought you were gonna get married.
It turns out I need a husband to get married.
Jane looks at Phil.
There are plenty of bachelors here tonight.
Well, they're not lining up to marry me, I can tell you that.
Let's take a look. We'll find something. Stand up straight.
They walk back in the wedding area. Interior, casino bar, later. Inside the room, they scout the crowd.
Look at that one. Peter. That is husband material.
Peter's married?
That's why then.
What about that one?
Yeah.
The man throws up.
Oh, no. Can I get one who doesn't throw up?
Good idea.
What about him?
Okay. So, don't be too forceful. Be cool. Don't ask questions.
Why not?
Men don't like questions.
Why not?
Because they don't like to talk.
Really? I thought they loved to talk.
No, they love to tell women what to do, but they don't like to talk.
Weird.
I know.
Interior, casino bar, moments later. Brad is at the bar. The women approach.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Jane, I'm sorry about singing. I shouldn't have done that.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Did you meet my friend Edith?
Hi, again.
Namaste.
Edith stares at Brad. Jane hands them each a shot glass. They throw it back. Another one. Edith doesn't drink it, but just throws the content behind her face.
You missed your mouth.
Edith laughs a forced laugh.
I'm just so clumsy.
She hands him another glass. He drinks.
You're so cool.
Do you want to get married?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it.
Interior, mayor's office, wedding office, moments later. Fast montage. Edith at the marriage office getting a license. Brad is drunk and slouched over the seats. Edith hands a clerk a marriage license filled out along with a large wad of cash. The clerk hands her a wedding license and pockets the cash. Interior casino bar, moments later. Jane and Phil return with a Sarah Silverman impersonator ordained minister. Edith has a sly smile on her face. Interior casino bar, moments later. The Sarah Silverman look-alike impersonator minister marries Edith and Brad.
Do you, babe, take this man Brad to be your king?
Do I? I do.
Brad, do you?
He does.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Everybody cheers. Sarah Silverman priest turns to Jane.
He's pretty drunk.
Do you ever marry sober people?
Nope.
Interior hotel room, morning. The entire wedding party sleeps across the hotel suite, on the sofa, on the floor. Edith is staring at her wedding band. She's smiling. Exterior, street, later. Phil and Jane pull up in front of Edith's building. They pause.
All right, you guys, here you go.
Edith gets out.
Thanks for the ride.
Brad, you too. Shoo, get out.
Wait, what? Why?
Brad is your husband now. It's best for the citizenship application if you two live together.
Edith lets that information sink in.
I've never lived with a husband before.
There's nothing to it. It's really easy.
You've never lived with a husband.
Edith turns to face Brad. Jane drives off. Interior, Edith's apartment, kitchen, moments later. Edith and Brad find themselves together awkwardly.
Let me clean up a bit. I didn't know I'd come back from Reno with a husband.
Interior, Phil and Jane's apartment, living room, moments later. Phil and Jane raise their champagne and cheer.
A toast to us getting our space back.
Camera pulls back to reveal how small their space is. The sofa is titled to fit in its allotted space. There is no space between the coffee table and the sofa, nor between the coffee table and the oversized TV.
I can't believe he's gone.
They kiss and quickly have sex on the sofa. It lasts a few seconds, and Phil is ashamed by how fast it was over.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's been a long time since we did it on a sofa.
Interior, Edith's apartment, kitchen, moments later. Edith looks at Brad, genuine.
Look, thanks for doing this.
What?
She shows her wedding ring.
Oh, sure, no problem. It's a nice place.
Here are your keys.
He takes them and writes something on them.
I've never lived with a husband before. Is there anything I should know about you? Allergies, blood type, that sort of thing.
No. Nothing. I'm healthy.
Well, I'm healthy too.
My dad was awful to my mom. Beat her up all the time.
Okay, good thing this is a fake marriage then.
Pardon?
This isn't a real marriage. It's fake.
Right. Of course.
Brad is quiet. He's a little bummed out.
You know it was a real fake marriage, right?
Of course. Where's the fridge?
In the kitchen.
Brad opens his suitcase and takes a package of tofu out an ice bag.
You travel with tofu?
Always. It's the healthiest food in the world.
Isn't tofu killing the Amazon forest?
Yes, but it's a great source of calcium and iron.
He opens the fridge.
Oh, I see. You have meat in here.
Yes, I keep my meat in the fridge.
He takes the meat out.
Can we keep the meat and the tofu separated? I'm a vegetarian.
She puts the meat back in.
Okay, but the meat still has to stay in the fridge.
He sighs and puts the meat on a lower shelf.
Let me show you your room.
My room? I have a room? I was just gonna hit the couch. Wow, look at that.
I don't have a bed for you though.
It's fine. I'll use my yoga mat.
Interior, Edith's apartment, spare room, moments later. Edith sorts through her belongings and clears space for him. Brad watches on, excited. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, moments later. Edith enters the living room and bangs herself against a shelf that is now in the way.
What a... Ouch! Fuck. Why is this here?
I placed it here so that the room flows better.
But it's in the way.
Oh, look at how zen it is now.
It's in the way.
Don't dismiss it. Give it some time. Let it sink in.
How do you think we should go about splitting bills?
Brad looks confused.
Like the electric bill, the water bill?
No idea.
Let's just do 50-50. That seems fair.
Sure, whatever, but I don't have money, so up to you, really.
What do you mean you don't have money?
Brad takes his bag and heads to his room. Something sticks out of that bag that catches Edith's attention. She takes it.
What is this?
My passport. You want to see my picture?
He gets closer to her to show his picture.
You're Canadian?
Born and raised.
But you're also American, right? Like a dual citizenship type deal?
No.
But you have a green card, right?
Nope.
How can you only be Canadian?
It's not complicated. I was only born in Canada.
You have a visa, right? Like a work visa?
No, I told you I don't work.
I'm gonna ask you one last time. Think before you answer. Are you sure you're Canadian?
Yes.
Fuck! Fuck!
Don't curse. It's not pretty.
Fuck!
It's bad for your chakra. Breathe in and out.
Don't tell me how to breathe, asshole!
So much animosity. What's going on?
I need a green
I
card!
can't get a green card from a
I
Canadian.
know that!
So why'd you marry me then?
Because you didn't tell me you were Canadian!
I didn't know I was supposed to tell you anything.
Always tell people when you're Canadian.
Well, I am Canadian. Happy now?
No, not happy at all. What are you doing here anyway?
I live here now. I'm your husband.
In Berkeley. What the fuck do you do here in Berkeley?
I came here to study yoga with this wonderful master who happens to live in Berkeley. I took the first 6 months off to get used to life here, get acclimated to the air, the weather, the water, and now I'm ready to embark on this journey and study yoga at his studio.
You're kidding me, right?
Oh no, he's one of the most influential yogis of our time. It would be an honor to study with him.
But what else do you do?
Brad doesn't understand.
What do you do for money?
I don't believe in money.
Of course, he doesn't believe in money. Fuck.
You shouldn't yell so much. It's not good for you. I can tell you're all blocked up. Do you go to the bathroom regularly?
All right, that's it. You need to leave. You've got to go. Get out. Get out of my apartment.
Where do you want me to go?
I don't care, but you've got to go.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying right here.
I'll call the police.
And what are you going to tell the police? That I'm a guest in this country? A tourist? That you married a Canadian just for the green card? I'm sure that'll go over very well.
Oh, fuck you.
She grabs her jacket and her purse and leaves the apartment. Exterior, street, night. Edith walks through Berkeley and ends up in front of a restaurant. The staff is closing up. Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, moments later. Roberto, 33, Mexican cook, opens the door for Edith, and she enters. She can't help but notice Mike inside, seated at a table by himself.
Hey, Edith, come in. Can I fix you a plate? We're about to eat dinner.
Sure, thanks.
Sit down. Edith, this is Mike.
She sits next to Mike.
I'm Mike. We met, but not officially.
Mike works at the animal hospital across the street. Wine?
I'm Edith. You're a vet.
Roberto hands her an empty glass. Mike nods and pours her some wine.
Do you like working with animals?
Better than with people.
Roberto brings them their plates. Edith starts crying.
It was a joke. I like people too.
Mike looks 100% panicked. He sheepishly pats her on the back.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This?
This is so embarrassing.
This? No, not at all. People cry when they're around me all the time. I cry all the time. Sometimes several times a day.
Really?
No.
I'm gonna stop. I can't cry forever. It's just that I found out that I was born in this country, but my parents never filled for a birth certificate for me. The government is trying to deport me.
Wow, that is a lot to deal with.
It actually feels good saying this out loud.
You need to get married to get a green card, you know?
I can't quite do that.
Why not?
It's a long story.
He takes another bite of his food.
Oh, okay. I got it. A great idea. In our practice, we have an intern from Australia. He's studying at Cal as an international student. You should do that.
Be an intern?
An international student. You'll get a visa.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
She takes a bite of her food. Interior, Edith's apartment, bedroom, later. Edith scans through websites for nearby schools on her computer. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, morning. Brad in his best yoga attire leaves the house. Interior, Allen Yoga Studio, reception area, day. Brad signs in and joins students waiting to enter the studio. As soon as the doors open, they rush in. By the time Brad gets inside, there is no room for him. He leaves. Dream sequence. Interior, Edith's apartment, bedroom, morning. Edith opens a letter from INS. Words pop out of the letter, frightening her. The attorney points at her while laughing. Images of the strip clubs, the robbery, the marriage, all spiral out of control. End of dream sequence. Interior, Edith's apartment, bedroom, moments later. She sits up abruptly. She's drenched in sweat. She gets up and heads to the bathroom. Interior, Edith's apartment, hallway, moments later. The smell of incense hits Edith in the face. She discovers posters of yoga masters on her wall. She finds a Sharpie and draws mustaches on them. Interior, Edith's apartment, bathroom, moments later. Edith rakes the sand of the Zen garden that now decorates the vanity. She gets in the shower, and when she can't find any hair products, she gets out of the shower to look for some in the vanity. The bathroom door opens. Brad sees her, naked. She screams, then she covers her breasts, then she sinks to cover her lower private parts, all the while screaming at him.
Ah! Shut the door! Shut the fucking door!
Brad's paralyzed. Edith throws the Zen garden at him, and sand gets in his eyes.
I can't see! My eyes! I can't see!
Edith slams the door shut on his fingers.
Ouch! My fingers!
Interior, Edith's apartment, kitchen, moments later. A pile of laundry lays by the dishwasher. Edith is trying to gather herself and decompress. She's making herself a cup of tea and is struggling with the tea bag.
I'm sorry. I froze. I thought this was my bathroom.
Your bathroom. Where do you think you are?
I mean, I do have my own room. It's just logical. I'm sorry. You're a beautiful woman.
Drop it.
Brad leaves. Edith takes milk from the fridge, grabs a chicken breast, and squeezes it like a dirty rag over the tofu.
What's this?
The rest of my dirty laundry. I already started a load.
In the dishwasher?
Brad doesn't see where she's going with this. She opens the dishwasher and demonstrates that his clothes are inside.
Are you for real?
What? I never went to college.
Dirty clothes go in the washing machine, not the dishwasher. Are you following so far? You take the detergent.
Is it fragrance-free? I need fragrance-free detergent for the studio. Some people are allergic.
It's free enough. It's over there.
She points to a cabinet. While he looks for it, she throws a bright red hand towel in his all-white load.
You put the detergent here, and you turn it on. That's it.
Wow. It's brutally simple.
Scary, right?
She walks away. He stays by the machine. Interior, Le Georgette, behind counter, day. Edith is on the restaurant's phone.
Good morning. This is the Good University Admissions Office. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm looking to register as an international student.
A customer enters. Edith gives him the 1-minute finger sign.
We welcome students from all corners of the world.
Do you offer financial aid?
No, we believe in our students helping themselves.
Okay. So, what would be the next steps to register?
Pick your classes, register, and come in to pay your tuition, and we'll take care of your visa application for you.
Wonderful. I'll swing by tomorrow then.
Great.
Edith hangs up and turns to customer.
I'm sorry you had to wait. Coffee's on me today.
Oh, it's $1. I can swing that. Actually, you're right.
He takes the money back. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, day. Brad takes his clothes from the dryer. They are now pink. He sees the new color, shrugs it off, and walks to his room. Interior, yoga studio, day. Brad stands directly behind the studio's door. When it opens, he rushes in to get a spot. Interior, yoga studio, later. It's the end of the class.
Let's do salutations. Close your eyes. We're going to do 3 salutes. 1 on the third eye, 1 at the heart.
Someone farts, someone else laughs until she's grossed out by the smell.
Remember, guys, no beans before class.
Christy Richardson, the studio's manager, 40, a soft-spoken African-American woman, walks through the class and hands a few chosen students an invitation.
Yes. Yes, I'm in.
Shh! We were being evaluated?
The manager hands out a few more cards. Brad gets one. He fist pumps the air a few times in excitement.
Whoever received an invitation, please stick around for a few minutes.
Students leave except for those who received an invitation.
Congratulations, you guys have been selected to study upper level classes in our wonderful studio. Some of you may even be invited to possibly teach here and study with Master Allen.
The students clap.
You'll embark on a one-of-a-kind learning experience. Go home, get some rest, and get ready to kick some asses. Namaste.
Brad turns to his neighbor, a male yoga student, Boris Slim, too perfect to be honest.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm from Canada. So excited to be part of such an elite class.
You know, there's a recreational studio down the street, and it might be a better fit for you.
Oh, I don't do yoga recreationally.
Okay, but you need to know this. I'm not your friend. This is my 3rd time going through this process. The first 2 times, others asked me questions about the program. I answered, and they were selected, and I wasn't. So don't ask me anything, because I'm not telling you shit. Namaste.
Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, dining room, day. Edith takes a customer's order. Jane is cashing classy older lady's payment.
Do you need change?
Yes, I gave you $100.
Jane hands out the change. She sighs. Edith walks back to the counter.
Jane, you have to take Brad back.
You barely did a week. Give it a chance. I did 6 months with the guy.
A short, angry male customer walks in. He waits to be seated. When it doesn't happen, he picks a table.
It's a fake marriage. You know that.
Still, give it a chance. You never know.
I married him to stay here, and he's Canadian.
Can I order?
Yes. How can I help you?
She hands him a menu. He hands it back to her.
I don't need this. I'll have the burger.
She hands him the menu back.
You might want to take a look at the menu. We don't serve burgers here.
You don't?
It's a French restaurant.
They don't eat burgers in France?
I don't know.
Why not?
I've never been.
I mean, this is bullshit.
The customer exits. Mike enters and helps himself to a cup of coffee from the self-serve coffee dispensers.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
You were right about school. I'm going to register, and I'm going to be an international student.
Amazing. Congratulations. I thought you looked more international today.
Let's celebrate. I owe you one. How about a drink sometimes?
Oh, sure. Yes. Okay.
Brad barges in. He's all smile and excitement. He stops in the entryway and yells.
I was chosen, you guys! I was one of the chosen ones.
Well, it was great seeing you.
What's going on?
Edith pushes Mike out the door.
I didn't get my milk.
Edith hands him a gallon of milk through the doorway.
Here, just take the whole thing.
She closes the door and turns to Brad.
You can't be here. I work here.
I was chosen to study with the Grandmaster. Well, maybe, but I was chosen. The manager chose like 7 of us. Can you believe this, Jane? I'm one of the chosen
I
ones.
need to leave now.
Can I borrow your keys?
What?
I lost my keys.
Are you 12?
Oh, come on. We never lock our doors in Canada, you know.
We never lock our doors in Canada, you know.
She turns to find Mike behind her, holding the milk. She takes the milk. Mike finally leaves for good.
So, can I get your keys?
I'll be home in 2 hours. Just wait for me there.
I just really need to use the bathroom.
Go to your yoga place.
I was just invited to study with the Grandmaster, Guru Allen. I can't take a shit there now.
Edith throws her keys at him.
Just make sure you're home when I get back.
Of course, I'm not an idiot. Can you just write the address here real quick?
You don't know our address?
Sorry, Edith, I don't know everything.
She writes it down. Exterior, Edith's apartment, later. Edith walks up her apartment's outdoor staircase.
Brad, it's me. Open the door.
She gets on the landing and rings the doorbell. Nothing.
Brad!
She knocks. Her knock pushes the door open. She enters.
Brad?
She steps inside. The place is a mess. Pillows are on the floor. The table and chairs are tipped over. The kitchen cabinets are open and have been emptied onto the floor. The apartment is completely upside down. Brad enters seconds behind her.
Oh, you're here already. How'd you get in? Wow, this is a mess. Have we been robbed?
She looks at him and only now does he look around.
Yes. Where were you? You said you were going straight home.
Yeah, well, excuse me for walking around a bit.
Oh God. My money!
She rushes to her bedroom.
My invitation. Oh no, my invitation!
No one's going to steal your invitation!
It's from Guru Allen's yoga studio!
He checks his backpack, finds the invite, and he presses it on his heart.
It's okay. I have it. I have it.
Edith walks back from her room.
They took my money. All of it. I can't register to go to school now.
Edith sees the Zen garden on the kitchen counter. A note sticks out from it.
Bummer. Or as we say in yoga, everything happens for a reason.
She pulls out the note. It's attached to Brad's keychain. Thanks for writing your address on the keychain.
You wrote the address on the keychain?
How else do you expect me to know where I live?
She takes his invitation from his hands and tears it to shreds.
What are you doing?
They took my money. I take your invitation. Everything happens for a reason.
Interior, yoga studio, day. The manager teaches as Elva, 20, an overweight yogi and a fit aide dismiss participants.
We're going to finish with 3 ohms. Ohm to your third eye, ohm to your heart, ohm to your belly.
The aide taps the shoulder of a female yoga student who pretends not to notice it.
Can you please follow me?
No, thank you.
This way, please.
Let's
go.
The aide just drags the woman's mat out.
Please don't. I want to stay. Please take someone else.
Great session, you guys. Great session.
Soft applause from the remaining students who lean in to hear her.
Tomorrow, you guys will be teaching your own classes. We'll support you during this process and also evaluate each and every one of you at the same time.
Soft applause from the students.
First class you teach will be with our baby goats.
The students are excited. They softly applaud.
Guru Allen and I have decided to let you all go home with your baby goats tonight in order to give you time to bond with one another.
Evla enters with baby goats and hands them to the students.
Make sure you treat them well. They're cute.
Here, Brad. This is Edith.
That's her name?
After the French singer, you know.
Interior, Le Georgette Restaurant, dining room, day. Edith closes her register. She's counting a pile of bills. She loses track and counts again.
20, 40, 60, 80, 120. 20, 40, 60.
Mike enters. She's startled to see him in front of her.
Hey, counting your money?
Best part of the day.
Are you okay?
Yes, why?
You seemed pretty upset yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry you had to see that. Roommate, not easy, trust me.
Ah, he's your roommate, got it. I thought... never mind. Why don't you marry him for the green card, since you already live together?
Edith laughs hysterically for way too long.
Wow, what's with you in marriage?
I stopped by to see if you wanted to grab that drink.
Oh, I have to stop by the university to register first.
I mean, if you can't do it, it's fine too. I'm sorry I asked. I don't know what I was thinking. I gotta go.
He quickly exits.
So, are we going or... No, don't go. Wait. What just happened?
Edith is surprised.
What? What did I say?
Interior, the Good University, admissions office, morning. Edith enters. Mrs. Pond, 67, blonde admissions director, sees her, puts her magazine down, and approaches her.
Hi, I'm Edith. We spoke on the phone?
Yes, you're here to register.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So, I wanted to ask you, someone broke into my apartment and...
Edith waits for a reaction.
Okay. And, stole all of my money, so I don't have enough cash right now?
Mrs. Pond waits.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yes.
So how can I help you?
I wanted to know if I could register now and get started with the visa application and pay later.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
I will pay, just later.
Cute. Maybe you can come back when you're no longer poor.
Edith is stunned. She stays there, numb. After a few long seconds, she turns around and leaves. Exterior, Edith's apartment, yard, later. Edith finds Brad meditating with a baby goat. She takes a double take at the baby goat and is very confused.
Oh, don't tell me you're into that type of stuff.
It's a baby goat.
Why is there a baby goat in my yard?
We were assigned to work together.
It can't be here.
We're bonding.
Go bond somewhere else.
Edith!
What?
Oh, Edith her, not Edith you.
Her name is Edith?
After the French singer.
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, watch your mouth. She's a baby goat.
Edith walks upstairs. Interior, Edith's apartment. She enters, pops some sleeping pills, and goes to sleep. Interior, Edith's apartment, bedroom, morning. Edith awakens with a baby goat on her stomach. She screams quietly to not upset the goat, but is freaking out.
Move off of me. Shoot, Brad!
Nothing. She carries the goat as if it were a delicate flower and heads to Brad's bedroom. Interior, Edith's apartment, Brad's room, continuous. Edith enters, drops the animal on Brad, who is still laying down.
Why is this still here?
Well, hello, baby Edith.
I told you, no goats here.
Why do you always yell so much?
I don't yell.
You need to breathe, inhale, exhale, and repeat.
She takes one deep breath.
Maybe I'm yelling because I woke up with a baby goat on my face, or maybe I'm yelling because you're breathing all my air, or maybe I'm yelling because I'm about to get deported!
She exhales loudly.
That's right. I forgot about your deportation. How are things going on that front?
Not well, asshole. Not well at all.
You know what you should do? You should get married, but to an American next time.
She looks at him, fury in her eyes.
Just trying to help here.
Trust me, as soon as our marriage license arrives, we're getting a divorce.
We are?
Yes, we are. What did you think?
I didn't think about it, to tell you the truth.
What goes on in your head?
Not much.
They move to the kitchen.
I can tell. Oh, and when are you going to contribute financially to this household?
I don't have any money.
The studio pays you, right?
That's not what that money is for.
That's exactly what money is for.
It's my paycheck.
The goat is eating through the trash.
Should she be eating trash?
I don't know, it's an animal. I trust that she knows what's good for her and what's not good for her, because I trust the universe and I trust nature. Animals have survived in nature thousands of years.
Baby goats are genetically engineered, asshole.
Edith leaves the apartment. Brad grabs the goat. There is trash all over the floor. The goat Edith farts.
Pick up the trash and give me money for my rent.
Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, dining room, day. Edith is sitting at a table in front of a crepe. She's picking at it, inspecting it. She doesn't like what she sees. She tries to make do, but eventually she drops her fork on the plate.
Roberto, I asked for Nutella crepe.
I know, but chocolate is so much better.
Edith faces her chocolate crepe. Mike walks in.
Hi.
What happened to you? The other day, you left.
I realized that I may have left a bit abruptly the other day.
Yes, I just had to go to school.
I'm sorry. I have a tendency to flee when I'm uncomfortable. What's wrong with your food?
Edith is picking at her food.
I want a Nutella.
And how's school?
Fell through.
What are you gonna do?
How about we go for that drink we've been talking about?
Sure. When?
So listen, I have to go home and change. How about I swing by your practice in an hour or so?
Great.
He's about to exit.
Did you want to order something?
Oh no. Yes. Coffee.
Interior, yoga studio, later. A group of student volunteers wait together across the room. Brad and his baby goat enter the class and join the group of other students and their goats. They're chatting.
I had a great time with you, baby goat. So much fun.
Yeah, me too.
We bonded, like for real bonded. We watched TV. We had a great time.
We had a great time too, super really.
Oh yeah? What do you do with your goat?
We played video games.
Okay, guys, let's get started. Teachers, meet your student volunteers of the day. These are the people you and your goats will be working with. Remember, let your goats guide you. Don't impose, just follow your goat.
Edith farts.
Did she eat anything unusual?
No, just grass, organic grass.
Brad addresses his student volunteer.
Anything I should know before we get started? Any injuries?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this. Come here, Edith. Come here. All right, go into a plank position, please.
Brad takes the goat and places her on the student's back. The goat has massive diarrhea on the student's back. Brad is in total shock. He doesn't know what to do, then he pukes.
Oh, it feels so warm.
Christy turns to see what's going on and vomits on the student. The student volunteer sees Christy puke and pukes while maintaining the plank position.
Is that diarrhea?
That student pukes as well. One student covers his ears and pukes anyway.
Get the goat off of me!
That student pukes again. By now, all the students are throwing up. Interior, Edith's house, living room, later. Edith comes home from work to find the trash still all over the floor. She opens a kitchen cabinet and grabs a bottle of olive oil.
What the fuck is with this guy?
She heads downstairs with the bottle of oil in hand. Exterior, Edith's apartment, staircase, moments later. Edith rubs oil on every other step of the outside staircase.
Can't pay rent? My ass. Who doesn't pay rent? Then leaves the trash all over? Hell no.
She cautiously heads upstairs, avoiding the slippery steps. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, moments later. Edith fixes her hair and her clothes and leaves for her date. Exterior, Edith's apartment, yard, later. Edith crosses the yard and runs into Brad, who looks out of sorts. He's upset and he looks like he's been crying.
What are you doing here?
I'm going back to Canada. Edith shat all over my student.
What?
The goat had diarrhea all over my student.
She laughs.
It's not funny.
He throws up again.
Yikes.
I can't even think about it without throwing up. They kicked me out of the program, so I'm going home.
Really?
Oh, I can't stay here. I'll forever be known as the guy with the shitting baby goat.
He heads up the stairs.
Yes! No, wait, don't!
It's too late. Brad slips on the oily steps and tumbles down. Interior, hospital, admitting area, later. Edith runs into the ER, pushing Brad on a wheelchair. His leg is propped up. She's rushing so much that she accidentally bangs his leg on the doors and walls.
Help! Help! My husband!
A nurse rushes to help her.
What happened?
I think he sprained his ankle.
Brad is in pain from all the banging he just received.
Oh, come on, lady. You made it sound like death was imminent.
He's a man. They suffer more.
You're right. Make way, injured man coming through.
Interior hospital, waiting room, moments later. Edith gets a bottle of water from the vending machine. Brad dozes in and out of consciousness.
You want anything to drink?
She turns to him and drops a bottle of water on his leg.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Exterior, Mike's clinic, continuous. Mike taps his foot, anxious. Eventually, he grows too disappointed and leaves. Interior, at Edith's apartment, kitchen, later. Edith stares at the sink and takes a few deep breaths. She pulls herself together, picks up a tray loaded with food, and heads to bedroom. Montage. Interior, Edith's apartment, Brad's bedroom, day. Edith removes dirty plates while Brad sleeps, fluffs his pillow, and folds his pink clothes. Interior, Edith's apartment, guest bedroom, night. Edith attempts to sleep on the yoga mat. Interior, Edith's apartment, Brad's bedroom, night. Edith is sleeping very hard on Brad's yoga mat.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Edith rushes in and helps him to the bathroom. We can hear him pee while she waits in the hallway. He opens the door, hops to her, places his hands on her shoulders. She leads the way to the bedroom.
Should I get your crutches?
It's no bother, really.
Did you wash your hands?
I forgot.
She gapes at him, horrified and disgusted.
Ugh, I'll get you your crutches.
Interior, Edith's apartment, Brad's bedroom, day. Brad looks down in the dumps. He sets up the camera on a tripod to film himself.
Hey guys, I'm Brad. I'm Canadian, and I'm in bad shape, mentally and physically. Clearly, I have a lot of healing to do before I'm able to move forward, so I guess this is my first healing video.
Brad stands up and takes one step towards camera, forgetting that his leg is injured. He collapses under the pain.
People, always remember when you're injured. Shit, this hurts.
Interior, Edith's apartment, Brad's bedroom, day. Take 2.
Hey guys, it's me again, Brad. I'm still Canadian. Last time we talked about practicing yoga while healing from an injury. Today I'm still injured, but I'm going to introduce you guys to several yoga poses that can double as sex positions. How does that help you heal your leg, you ask? It doesn't, but it can get your mind off of the pain, and that's not nothing. As you know, I need to heal more than just my leg.
Brad pulls out an American Girl doll, Betty, with curly blonde hair. One eye keeps sticking shut.
To help me demonstrate the poses, I have Betty here. She grew up on a farm during the recession, and today she's learning how to combine sex positions with yoga. Let's start with downward facing dog. So you take the doll, like so, and you...
He takes a step to the side and hurts his leg, falls to the floor, and screams in agony. He places Betty in front of the camera.
Tune in next time.
Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, dining room, day. Edith brings Annabelle a cup of tea.
Here, this is for you.
Annabelle hands her a little box. Edith opens it, visibly touched.
You can't ever go wrong with chocolate.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Mike enters.
Mike, shit.
She gets up and approaches him.
Mike,
I just came to get coffee. You don't owe me an explanation.
but I do. I wanted. There really was a life and death emergency.
Mike ponders this.
My roommate, he fell. And he's a man, so it really hurts. I'm really sorry. Here, take some chocolates. They make everything better.
He hesitates and then takes one. He bites into it and grimaces.
It's a sampler.
He shrugs.
Let's go for a walk today. I'm done here in like 30 minutes. What do you say? Please?
I'll pick the place.
Edith nods. Interior, Edith's apartment, Edith's bedroom, day. Brad is on Edith's bed looking at his YouTube account. He sees the number of views of his videos increases.
Yoga has been the love of my life. It's what I've been doing for years. Some may think it's a good thing, but I now wonder, can too much of a good thing be a good thing?
Interior, the Smith's house, garage, night. Edith's mom, Mrs. Smith, Edith's mom, searches something through boxes of documents. She finds what seems to be an important paper. Exterior, Marin Headland, day. Mike and Edith face the Golden Gate Bridge. A cargo boat passes under the bridge. It's a peaceful, gorgeous day with the sun shining overhead.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Have you never been here before?
My parents didn't want to expose us to this, excess. They considered this to be filthy.
It's just a bridge, really. Are you crying?
It's just that this might be the last time I see this, and it's also the first time I see this. This was so messed up. I mean, I always knew my parents were eccentric, and weird, but they've achieved some next level paranoia. What an awful way to live a life.
I can't imagine.
I'd rather be sent to anywhere in this world than live my life the way they lived theirs.
I have an idea. I think I know what will make you feel better. Come with me.
Exterior, batting cages, later. Edith is now batting. Mike stands behind the fence.
This is great. I love it.
I told you.
She hits a few balls well. Interior, batting cages, bar, moments later. Edith and Mike sit facing each other at the bar.
This was a great idea. Thank you.
It's good to hit something from time to time. It puts things in perspective. When you hit, you really just think of nothing else but that ball.
Oh, I was specifically thinking of someone in particular with every hit.
Well, that works too, I'll marry you if you want.
Edith remains silent.
There, I said it.
Oh. I don't know how to respond to that.
I'll marry you as a friend. No strings attached.
Of course, no strings.
I mean, I can help.
That's very generous of you, Mike. But I can't do that to you.
I'm offering.
I can't drag your life into my mess.
Mike laughs it off, but he looks upset.
I'm just gonna hit a few more balls here if you don't mind.
Interior, Edith's apartment, kitchen, later. Brad uploads another video. We see the video. Brad looks stiff and uncomfortable, yet totally oblivious of the fact that he doesn't seem comfortable. Think Anchorman. Edith, still wearing her coat and holding the mail, enters.
Brad, I'm gonna be very honest with you. You make me feel bad, and living with you makes me feel really shitty, and I wish you'd leave.
Wow. Edith, I'm really sorry you feel this way. I really am. I'm not sure what I can do, though.
You can move out. For real.
Yeah. I told you I'd go back to Canada at some point.
At some point? But it's blocking me. It's blocking my whole...
Chakra?
Yes!
Oh, no. That's terrible.
I haven't been able to go since you moved in.
I can leave when you have to go, if that'll help.
Brad, you have to leave my house, and not just when I have to go to the bathroom. This situation has to end.
I see.
Reaching for words Brad will understand.
For me and my chakra.
I understand. My leg is better now anyway.
You'll move?
Sure.
I filed for a divorce already. We should get the papers in the mail soon.
Got it. I'll sign the divorce papers when you get them and move out.
Really?
Well, California isn't really for me, and you have to be able to go to the bathroom,
Edith walks away and flips through the mail. She finds the divorce papers and turns back to Brad. Brad phone rings. Then she re-enters the room. He's on the phone.
Are you serious? Really? You guys want me back? Alan wants me back? How many views? 1.5 million. What? Yes, of course I'll come back. Thank you so much.
Brad, pleased with himself, hangs up.
Guru Alan saw my videos and wants me back. Well, it's still between me and one other guy, but I'm gonna crush him. I'm back, Edith. I'm back, and I will destroy that piece of shit, and I'll get the job. I'm back!
The divorce certificate is here.
I'm so excited. No Canadian has ever taught at Master Alan's studio. I have to prepare my comeback.
Can you sign the papers first?
What am I gonna wear?
Can you sign?
No, not now. Karma.
What?
After I've signed, you'll ask me to leave.
Yes, and?
I don't have time to look for a new place. Not now.
A sweet guy like you? You'll find the place in no time. Please just sign.
Do you know how difficult it is to find a free place to live in this economy?
Sign.
No.
She tries to make him sign the paper. She physically fights him, punches him once, and really hurts her hand. He gets out of the melee and hops around the living room. He sees his crutches and hops towards them. She rushes to the crutches ahead of him and runs into the furniture that was moved to make the energy flow.
Ouch!
Brad runs behind her and also bangs himself on the same piece of furniture.
That really hurts.
Edith now painfully gets to the crutches and grabs them, opens the front door, and tosses them down the stairs.
Very mature. Just very mature.
Montage. Interior Edith's apartment moments later. Edith sews the opening of his leg pants shut together and puts pepper in his shampoo bottle. Edith sprays perfume over his yoga clothes. Edith saws his crutches and a little bit. Edith cuts his yoga mat. Edith puts Viagra in his vitamin bottle. Interior Mike's clinic waiting room later. Edith enters and heads straight for the exam room. The receptionist tries to stop her. Edith storms into the exam room, kisses Mike, and they make out on the exam table. Later, when they're done making love, Edith sits up abruptly.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
This was great.
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Trust me.
She feels bad and storms out. Interior Edith's apartment, living room day. Brad is about to leave and he takes his crutches. As soon as he puts weight on them, they snap in half. Brad falls to the ground and gets back up.
Yay! I don't need these today.
He pops vitamins and hops away. Interior yoga studio dressing room later. Brad struggles to put his pants on because the legs are sewn shut together. Eventually, he falls down. Interior yoga studio classroom day. Brad, in cut-off yoga shorts, addresses a class of seniors.
Hi, I'm Brad. You can call me Teacher Brad. I'm from Canada. Thank you for choosing this alignment for seniors class. Please take out your mats.
He unrolls his yoga mat to discover that a giant penis has been cut out from the middle of his mat.
Oh, never mind. No mat for me. Now, inhale and exhale. Lift your heart to the ceiling. Picture your ribcage lifting up.
He steps behind a senior student, 80, gray hair, yoga outfit, frail.
Can I?
Yes, of course.
He places his hands under her amp.
Inhale, exhale. Lift.
What's that?
What's what?
Do you have a third arm?
Brad looks down, sees his erection, and grows horrified.
Oh my. Everybody, cobra pose. Everybody, cobra pose.
What's Cobra Pose again?
Face down on the mat. Eyes closed.
Interior, yoga studio, later. Class is almost over. Brad begins salutations. He sits cross-legged with closed eyes. His students stare at the tent his erection causes on his yoga pants. The manager, who's evaluating his class, sees the look on his students' faces, and then she sees the tent.
Close your eyes. Namaste.
Students get up and leave. Brad sees the erection. At the end of the class, the students line up by the reception area. Brad is convinced they are filing complaints and bites his fingernails as he paces back and forth while looking at them. Interior, yoga studio, dressing room, later. A dejected Brad and his erection empty his locker. Guru Allen enters.
Dude, that erection bit was genius. All these ladies are lining up to take your class. You're full for the next 4 weeks.
Really?
Nice work. Congrats.
Brad puts his personal items back in his locker. He grabs his vitamins bottle and examines the pills in the mix.
Viagra? Huh.
Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, dining room, later. Brad stops by the restaurant. Edith is clearing a table.
What do you want?
Wanted to thank you for the Viagra. They really helped me out a lot.
He exits. She's furious. She walks to a muscular guy customer, a hardcore 50-year-old mobster who is eating a crepe.
Hey, how would you like to eat free crepes for a month?
I'm listening.
She sits, she talks, and he listens while eating his crepe. Exterior corner street morning. The muscular guy waits by a bodega, lying in wait. When Brad approaches, the muscular guy attacks him and beats him up. With every punch, Brad's body makes a weird noise.
Ouch! That hurts! Not the face! Not the stomach! Ouch! Stop hitting me!
Interior yoga studio, classroom, day. Brad teaches his class while recovering from the beating. He's limping more now than ever. His hair is a mess and his face is black and blue. Guru Allen and Christy Richardson are watching his class.
I can't believe he went to this length to teach his class. I mean, look at him.
Such dedication.
Inspiring.
Interior yoga studio, reception area, day. Brad enters the reception area where the whole staff is waiting for him. They applaud upon seeing him.
Welcome to the family, Yogi Brad.
I got it? I got this? I'm in?
Congratulations, you deserve this.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't believe this.
We'll take care of your work visa and everything.
Brad tears up with happiness. Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, dining room, moments later. Edith is working. She's very short with her customer. She grabs a plate when the customer hasn't done with it and walks to another table.
What can I get you?
I'll have the fish of the day.
But you hate the fish.
Not today. I don't.
It's the same thing every week.
I hated the fish last week, but maybe not today. I don't know. So today, I'm having the fish.
Brad enters.
Here. I've signed the divorce papers.
Edith looks at them but doesn't touch them.
All you have to do is sign here, here, and we're done. I'll move out, and you'll never have to see me ever again.
She ignores him. She clears the table and comes back.
I'll rent my own place somewhere nice. So are you signing or what?
Why now? You know you're going to have to pay rent, right?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not signing anything until you tell me what's going on.
If I tell you, you promise to sign?
Of course.
They offered me a job. The studio. Guru Allen, a paying job with money. Lots of money. Not just student teachers' money.
Really?
And they're giving me a work visa. I didn't even know I needed one.
They are.
They love me. They want me.
If you get a visa, it means that as your wife, I get one too.
But you're not getting a visa because I didn't tell them I was married, so you get nothing. Ha ha! In your face! I win, you lose. Just sign the papers and let me be free.
Edith takes the papers and tears them to pieces.
Fine. I see.
Brad has nothing but fury in his eyes. Exterior streets, moments later. Brad leaves the restaurant and bumps into Georgette, 50, filled with energy, the owner of the restaurant.
Hi, you're Georgette, right? I'm Brad, Edith's husband.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I've been meaning to tell you how much I appreciate you employing an illegal resident. I think it's very charitable of you, and I want to thank you for being so cool about it.
Illegal? Who's illegal?
Edith! She's not American. Wait, you didn't know?
Georgette shakes her head no.
Oh. Oops. I mean, what's the big deal? It's not like someone's gonna call immigration or anything.
Immigration?
Anyway, thank you.
A cold chill goes down Georgette's spine. Exterior, Mike's clinic, waiting room later. Brad enters the practice. He patiently waits for Mike. Mike steps in, recognizes Brad.
We need to talk.
This
Man to
sound-
man.
This sounds important.
It is. It's man stuff.
Let's go to my office.
Interior, Le Georgette restaurant, day. Edith is cleaning menus when Georgette enters.
I know chocolate is supposed to be better, but I prefer Nutella.
Can I talk to you?
Camera pans out. From the outside window, we see Edith and Georgette talk. Edith nods her head, packs her things, waves them goodbye, and leaves. Interior, Mike's clinic, waiting room, later. The receptionist is finishing up with a customer. Edith enters.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Mike.
Do you have an appointment?
I'm not sick.
Mike enters.
Mike, I need to talk with you about the other day.
You? Good. I need to talk to you too.
He leads her to his office. Interior, Mike's clinic, office, continuous. Mike motions to Edith to enter. He closes the door and turns to her.
You made me an accessory to adultery.
What?
Your husband came to see me.
Brad?
How many husbands do you have?
I don't have any husbands. It's a fake marriage. I married for the green card.
Mike shakes his head in disbelief.
To a Canadian, Edith? Really? Do you expect me to believe you'd be genius enough to marry a Canadian for a green card?
Yes!
Your husband told me you'd say that.
He opens the door.
This is not what you think.
Just leave.
Edith is hurt. Mike opens the door.
Mike.
Please.
She leaves, mumbling under her breath.
Brad.
Exterior park bench, moments later. Edith sits on a bench. She's upset. Then she has an idea, gathers her bag and jacket, and hurries on her way. Interior, yoga studio, Guru Allen's office later. Guru Allen naps at his desk. Edith enters and he stirs up.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. Can I talk with you for a minute?
Of course. Cucumber water?
Do you have regular water?
Sorry, we don't.
I'm Edith Smith. Brad's wife?
He spits out the cucumber water.
Brad's married?
Yes. I was made aware that you will be sponsoring my husband for a work visa.
He's married.
I wanted to personally hand you a copy of our wedding certificate for you guys to grant me a work visa as well.
Oh, thank you. I will hand this to my people.
If you need anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Wonderful.
Namaste.
Yeah, sure. Namaste.
Edith eventually gets up and leaves. Guru Allen opens one eye and presses the intercom of his phone.
Christy, come here, please.
Exterior, yoga studio, moments later. Edith walks out of the studio and bumps into Phil. He is dressed up and chipper.
Oh, hey, Edith. How are you?
What are you doing here?
Meeting Brad for a drink to celebrate his new job. I can't believe he actually managed to get a job here. He's been talking about this studio since we were kids. He has been dreaming about this forever.
You've known Brad since his childhood?
Yeah, kindergarten.
Really?
My father taught us in Montreal for 5 years or so.
He realizes he spoke too much.
So you knew Brad was Canadian?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was like me and like, expats. We were kids. You know how kids don't know shit. Jeez, I'm thirsty. I really have to go now.
He rushes away. Edith looks at him in disbelief. Interior, yoga studio, classroom, moments later. Brad preps for his class. He is aligning his mat and his roll, checking his knuckles. Guru Allen and the Christie enter.
Why didn't you tell us you were married?
It's a bit of a weird situation.
Yeah, I'd say.
I'm in the process of getting a
You should have told us.
Most of your students follow you because they think that they can fuck you. I can't have a married yoga teacher. It's bad for business. It's killing chakras left and right.
We're divorcing.
You're fired.
Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, night. Edith looks for the marriage certificate. Brad storms in.
You got me fired? You got me fired from the one job in life I ever wanted to have.
We were set up.
Is this all a joke to you?
No, Brad, listen. We were set up.
What have I ever done to you? Nothing. I've been nothing but nice to you.
Brad, Jane and Phil set us up.
What are you even talking about?
She places the marriage certificate in front of him.
They always knew you were Canadian.
Of course they always knew I'm Canadian. I've always been Canadian. What's your point?
They knew I had to marry an American to get the green card, which means they set us up.
Well, why would they want to do that to me? Me!
I can think of a million reasons why. Maybe they had enough of you hogging their couch all day long, eating their food all day long, farting on their couch all day long.
Okay, I get it.
Using their shampoo and conditioner each and every day.
I don't condition every day.
Breathing their air.
Alright, I get it.
Watching their TV, shitting in their toilet.
Alright, I get it. What do we do?
I don't know, but we've got to do something.
Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, later. The living room is transformed in a military HQ. There are maps of Jane and Phil Street, their building, and apartment on the walls. Photos of them on the wall, along with pieces of strings, making connections between them.
Phil and Jane have a pretty regular schedule. They both get up at 7 a.m. They eat breakfast between 8 o'clock and 8:30. After his second cup of coffee, Phil leaves for work. At that point, if she's not working at the restaurant, she goes back to sleep until 9 a.m. From 9 to 10, she scrolls her Facebook account. She sometimes hands out likes without really reading the posts.
How do you know all of this?
The couch is a great place to observe people. She showers and leaves by 10:30 a.m. They hardly ever eat out. Their sofa doesn't fit in the allotted place for it. And Jane keeps all her passwords inside the freezer.
Do you really think we can pull this off?
Not sure, but we have to try. Get some sleep. We have a busy day tomorrow.
Brad, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What did you tell Mike about me?
Oh, I was angry, and my chakra was out of whack. I told him you were happily married to me, and that he was just a piece of ass. I'm sorry.
Well, I deserve that.
Exterior, Phil and Jane Street, 7:59 a.m. Brad and Edith are dressed in head-to-toe camouflage and are kneeling next to Phil's minivan.
Blade?
Edith hands him a knife. Brad surgically punctures the tires one by one.
Tissue?
She hands him one. He wipes the blade. They walk away and bump into Phil with his bike.
Shit, Phil!
I thought you said, what do we do? What do we do?
Breathe in and out.
Hey guys, how are you two doing?
Edith breathes very nervously.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Just breathing.
You're usually not up this early.
I'm back to work now, so I have to leave earlier. Seize the day, you know. What are you guys doing here?
Walking. Like normal married people.
Guess what?
I don't know anything. What?
I sold my minivan!
Is it right here?
I sold it to my neighbor.
The cop.
Yeah, the one and only.
Of course. The cop.
He loves that car. Oh, there he is. Xavier, how's it going?
Xavier, an oversized police officer, waves back at Phil.
Such a nice guy when he's out of the job. But when he puts on that uniform, man, it does something to him.
Edith breathes faster and louder.
Are you sure you're okay? You're pretty red.
We should go.
Yeah, me too. Gotta hit the road. Look at my calves. Jane loves them.
They hurry away. Phil takes off on his bike. His bike makes irregular squeaky noises. Xavier looks at his punctured tires, perplexed. Exterior, Mike's clinic, day. Brad talks to Mike in front of the clinic.
Mike, I need to talk to you.
Camera pulls out as they talk. Interior, Jane and Phil's apartment, kitchen, morning. Phil and Jane have breakfast in their kitchen.
I'm going to spend the whole day at home on my sofa watching my TV. I haven't done that since Brad left. God, I'm so happy he's gone.
Okay, have fun then. I'll see you tonight.
Bye, babe.
Phil exits. Exterior, Phil and Jane's building, moments later. Phil walks out of the building staircase and sees Edith buzz the building's intercom.
Hey, Edith. What are you doing here?
I have to talk to Jane.
She's upstairs.
Great.
Phil lets Edith in and she disappears into the building. Angle back on Phil, who gets his bike and sees a note on the handlebar. Today, your wife will cheat on you. Phil looks paralyzed. Interior, Phil and Jane's apartment, living room, moments later. Jane opens the door and lets Edith in. Edith looks serious.
We need to talk.
If you're going to ask me to take Brad back again, I can't. We can't do it. I mean, look at this place. I can barely breathe here. Where are we going to put him?
I know. Actually, I wanted to let you know that
What?
A smile crosses Edith's face.
you'll never believe this, but I've fallen in love with Brad.
Really? I knew it. I knew you guys would fall in love. Nothing like a fake marriage to force two mismatched people to fall in love. Sit down. I want to hear all about it.
Let me get some water first.
Sure. You know where the cups are. Hurry, tell me everything.
Edith quickly opens the freezer, takes pictures of the passwords, and covertly texts them to Brad.
I can't believe this. You guys are together.
Well, we're not exactly together. Not yet. I don't think he loves me.
Ah, I see. Have you tried being nice?
I am nice. I'm very nice.
Yeah, no, not really. You're not very nice.
I am. Oh, shoot.
What?
Look at the time. I have to go. I have an appointment.
With Brad?
Jane looks for a nice shirt in her dresser.
Yes, sure.
Edith brings her cup back to the kitchen, sees a lease renewal letter on the counter. She takes it and the set of keys too.
Here, take this. It's a little sexier than anything you own.
No, it's okay.
Take it and wear it. And listen, just be nice to the guy.
I am nice.
Nicer. Be nicer and come back later because I want to talk about this. I think it can help you be more nice.
Do you mean nicer?
Yes, and wear my shirt.
Exterior, Jane and Phil's building, moments later. Phil watches Edith get out of the building. Exterior, bodega, moments later. Edith buys a burner phone. She dials out.
Hi, I'd like to get some movers at 74 Sterling in 2 hours.
Exterior street, Annabelle's building. Later. Moments later, Edith makes another call.
Yeah, hi, this is Jane, your tenant on Sterling Street. I'm calling to let you know that we're not going to renew our lease. Well, our couch doesn't fit in our living room. Tomorrow? Our deposit. Oh, you keep it.
She's done using the phone. She breaks it and tosses it. She accidentally tosses it on a kid that was walking by. The kid cries. Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, moments later. Mike and Brad are working away on Mike's computer. Edith enters.
Mike, what are you doing here?
I asked him to come.
Hey, Brad told me everything.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have told you.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
They embrace. He takes her into his arms for a gentle kiss. Brad is blushing. He clears his voice a few times.
You know, my wedding offer still stands. No strings attached.
Really?
Are you seriously not going to answer again?
Yes.
As a friend.
Yeah, of course. Thanks.
She kisses him again. She then turns to Brad. He hands her the divorce papers.
Here are our divorce papers. They're signed. All you need to do is sign them and mail them.
Thanks, Brad. Thank you so much.
Let's get moving.
Yes. Did you change the passwords?
We were waiting for you. Her password is CRAP81. First, you change the password to our password. Done. Then you upload the pictures, enlarge, copy, paste, et voila.
Edith, what do you think?
Oh my god. It's so gross. I love it.
What do we do now?
We wait.
Interior, Jane and Phil's apartment, living room, moments later. Jane is fascinated by an episode of Marie Kondo. Her cell rings. She answers.
Hey, Georgette. How are you? What do you mean? What? Are you sure? That's not possible.
Jane walks over to her computer and goes online.
Oh my, these balls are huge. Oh my god. It must be a German Shepherd or a sea lions. I have no idea how it got on your website. I don't even know who's... Okay, I'll come over right now and fix it. I am so sorry.
She rushes out. Exterior, Phil and Jane's street, moments later. Phil sees Jane leave the building. He follows her with his squeaky bicycle. He doesn't pay attention to traffic and gets hit by a car. Bike goes flying, a screaming Phil goes flying. He ends up unconscious on the ground. Jane rushes to the scene of the accident.
Oh my god. Phil!
Exterior, Phil and Jane's apartment, living room, later. Edith lets 3 movers in and she talks to the boss on the sidewalk.
Oh, leave whatever doesn't fit on the sidewalk.
Exterior, corner street, later. A group of onlookers has gathered. The paramedics arrive, their horns blaring. A paramedic approaches Jane, who's a sobbing mess. Phil is on the ground, cradled in her arms. Phil moans in pain.
Sir, can you tell me where you live?
He lives right here. 74 Sterling.
And what's your name?
His name is Phil. What's with all the questions? Help him.
Do you mind? What day is today?
Tuesday, what's wrong with you?
I'm trying to assess his condition.
He was hit by a car. That's his condition.
Phil grabs Jane by the collar and tries to push himself up.
Liar!
He collapses, a note falling from his hand. Jane picks it up.
Edith, that bitch.
Jane takes her cell phone.
Connect me with ICE, please.
Interior, Edith's apartment, living room, moments later. Edith, Mike, and Brad celebrate. They are cheering and drinking champagne. Brad gets a text. It's from Phil, and it reads, "Was just hit by a car and on my way to hospital."
Oh, shit. Phil got hit by a car.
A loud knock comes from the door. Edith opens. It's ICE officers in plain clothes, barely shaven. They storm in.
Are you Edith Smith?
Who's asking?
Your friend just ratted you out. We need you to come with us.
And who are you?
And who are you?
I'm me.
ID?
The agent looks at Brad's passport.
Looks like you're coming with us as well. You've overstayed your visa by a day.
Oh, what a bitch.
What do I do? What do I do?
I don't know.
Okay, so don't worry, I'll figure something out.
You can't say that right after you've asked me what to do.
But what do I do?
I don't know. Call my parents?
Okay, I will. Don't worry, I'll find you in Mexico. Just go to a bodega. I'll find you there.
What?
Interior, ICE detention center, waiting room, later. A bedraggled Edith is let go from the detention center. She finds Mike and her parents sitting in the waiting room.
How did you guys get me out?
Don't freak out.
Sweetie, your mom was wrong.
Don't put that on me.
What's going on?
It was your sister who doesn't have a birth certificate, not you.
What?
We found your birth certificate.
I found your birth certificate.
Are you serious? You had my birth certificate this whole time?
We didn't know. We thought it was your sister's.
I was in jail for nothing. I got married to a Canadian for nothing.
I really thought it was your sister who had one.
Mom, that's so fucked up.
But don't tell your sister yet. We're not ready to deal with it right now.
Let's go. I'm getting itchy just being here.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Not here. Let's get out of this place.
They start walking out. Edith stops.
Where is Brad?
I think they still have him.
Mike, I can't leave him there.
She walks back in. Exterior, ICE detention center, moments later. Edith walks out with Brad and they're holding hands.
How did you pull that off?
I haven't mailed the divorce papers. Technically, we're still married and I'm an American. Ta-da.
Exterior, motel room, day. Brad and Edith sheepishly knock on the motel door. Interior, motel room, day. Jane sees them and reluctantly allows them to enter. Phil lays on the bed, still recovering.
Are you both happy?
We're obviously really sorry for what happened. We didn't want to take it this far.
How did you get out?
It got out of hand.
No shit. We didn't deserve any of this.
Well, you had some to do with this. Like a lot.
Phil and Jane share a guilty look.
You only tried to get both of us deported.
My apartment was rent controlled, for fuck's sake.
Okay, we were as awful to you as you were to us. We're here to offer a truce. You guys can stay with us until you get back on your feet.
Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks. That's quite the shitty offer.
She looks at Phil, who is visibly considering.
Phil! No! No way!
We can't stay here.
Oh, come on.
You don't need to decide now, but here are your keys.
She puts a set of keys on the nightstand and they leave. Exterior, motel room, moments later. Edith and Brad head out side by side. Somehow they seem like kindred spirits.
Brad, you know, Mike and I were thinking we should have a proper fake marriage, you know?
What do you mean?
For your green card application. It'll look more real if we throw a fake wedding ceremony.
Really?
But as soon as you have your green card, we're getting a divorce.
Deal.
Exterior, Edith's apartment, yard, day. There's a wedding celebration in the yard. Edith is wearing Jane's sexy shirt, Brad is wearing a nicer yoga outfit, and next to Brad stands Jane and Phil. Mike is next to Edith. Brad and Edith stand in front of a minister. A cameraman takes a picture of them kissing. Then Edith turns to Mike and jumps in his arms and kisses him.
No, don't take that picture.
The camera pulls back. Brad and Phil and Jane are celebrating and enjoying a sunny day in the garden. There is lots of food and lots of drinks. Fade out. The end.